Statistics 101. How was mental health problem changed pre and post MCO? Meet the members. Enos, Adam, Redan, Shirain, Sheidarizin, Isaac, Joseph Asitoy. Summary of the DOSM field trip. Summary 1. DOSM overview and services. DOSM, Department of Statistics Malaysia, is the official statistics agency established in 1949, responsible for collecting and disseminating national data. It operates under the Statistics Act 1965 and Causes Act 1960, provided key data for government, policy and development. DOSM Strategic Plan 2021-2025 focuses on outsiding statistical products, innovation skills, and the national statistical system. It offers online services and dashboards with data on labor, markets, prices, demographics, etc., transforming raw data into valuable insights. 2. Consulting services and methodology. DSM provides technical consulting on survey design, sample and data collection to government provide sectors and institutions. It assists with sample design, offering tailored sample frameworks, and guidance on data collection and analysis. Labor Forces LFS 2024 uses two-stage stratified sampling, demonstrating DSM's expertise in large-scale surveys. 3. Economic causes and recording. Comprehensive data collection covers all business sectors in Malaysia, including the clothing industry. Key information focusing on production, employment, and financial performance in the clothing sector. Purpose helps track industry growth, productivity, and economic contribution. Support for policy provides crucial data for policy marketing and national development plans, resource allocation, assisting in efficient distribution of resources across various sectors. Part of DSM's mission ensures accurate and timely economic data for informing decision making. Picture dams.
Thank you, Isaac, so much for the brief summary of the Dosum trip. Now I'll be taking over. Using the knowledge gained from the Dosum trip, we were able to it enabled us to answer our question, which is to assess the change in mental health pre-COVID and post-COVID. Now, our survey primarily focuses on the SDG goal number 3, which is good health and well-being. To help us answer a question, we use descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Therefore, by using these methods, we were able to assess the change in mental health post and pre-COVID, along with identifying the key stress factors, along with analyzing coping strategies that the respondents used. Next, these were the questions used In our survey, the questions range from something as simple as the age of the respondents to the financial situation, so we can assess how COVID has affected them mentally. Now I'll be moving on to the statistics itself. Before that, I would like to share about the survey platform we used, which was Microsoft Forms. We used Microsoft Forms because it was easy to collect and organize the data in a tidily and orderly fashion. After that, we took the data and converted it into a descriptive statistics, which is just charts and histograms, which helps simplify and make it easier to interpret the data. Now, this is the first question we used in our survey, which is the effects of MCO on mental health in rural and urban areas. As you can see here, most respondents disagreed for both urban and rural area, as most respondents answered no for urban and same here for rural. Next, I would like to talk about the types of mental health issues. Now, this is another important question we asked, and according to the survey, most respondents had anxiety issues, which is 42.2% of the survey. And the mental health issue that affected the respondents the least was insecurities, which was only 4.4%. And the third question we asked was the age range of respondents affected mentally. As you can see here on the statistics, the largest age group that was affected mentally by COVID 19 was the age range from 14 to 23 years old, as there were significant and some changes to their lifestyle and their mental health. And the least affected age group was the age group of 24 to 33, as not many respondents answered and were within that age range. However, they only have some changes.
Besides, we also give an interpretation for our data. So for measures of central tendency, there is three formula to find it, which is mean, median, and mode. So for the data, age range of respondents affected mentally, those respondents that have chosen significant changes. So in this data, we found that the mean of this data is 22.55 and the median is 19.28. And for the mode, it's 18.57. That means that most of the teenagers, the age around 22 or 23, thinks that the MCO have significant changes on their life. So move on to the second data, the age range of respondents affected mentally, where the respondents thinks that the MCO have some changes on their life. Yeah. So the mean for it is 23.65 and the median is 19.73. And lastly, the mode is 18.65. And lastly, the respondents thinks that there's no changes in their life due to MCO. The mean, median, and mode for each one is 39.61, 45.17, and 53.5 respectively. And but for the second one, for the measures of dispersion for the data, so we have found that the variance formula, which is shown on the slides, basically is variance equals to sum of fx squared, power of negative sum of fx squared divided by n, and divided by n minus 1 for the overall thing. And the standard deviation is just basically the square root of variance. So for the variance for the respondents that thinks that MCO have significant changes on their life is through the formula we have found that is 130.33 and the standard deviation is 11.41. And for the sum changes is 126.90 for variance and 11.26 for standard deviation. And lastly, for the no changes, the variance is 286.11, where the standard deviation is 15.91. Lastly, in conclusion, our survey on SDG3 was conducted through the Microsoft Forms. This provided valuable insights into the public's access to healthcare, awareness of preventative health practices, and attitudes toward overall well-being. The data collected through descriptive and inferential statistics enable us to identify key trends and areas where improvements are needed. For instance, we found types of mental health issues, effects of MCO on mental health in rural and urban areas. So these findings underscore that the importance of accessible healthcare and the need for increased awareness and resources to support well-being for all. And the statistical analysis not only highlights the progress made toward achieving NDA3, but also reveals areas where further intervention could have a significant impact. Through this survey, we aim to contribute actionable insights that can support policies and programs for better health outcomes and a higher quality of life. And that's all from our group. Thank you.